part of a brand new show. This is 1/1/2020. This is a brand new year, brand new show, and we have conversations and dialogue. We're going to kick it really, really good today. We hope you enjoyed the show. This is our first one. We're going to roll it out today with new listeners, and we're going to provide you with some good information. We just want you to listen, take a seat, lay back. I'm sure most of you are recovering from last night's parties or family events and maybe a little hungover, but I'll be smooth. My voice will be smooth enough for you to listen to and get through. So we look forward to hearing from you. We can reach us at looklistenlouisville@gmail.com. We'll be posting our Twitter account and our Facebook really soon, so you can reach out to us. But listen to us. Take a listen. Hope you like it. Welcome back to Look, Listen, Louisville. This is your host, Marie, and we are hoping that you are just seated and positioned for what you're about to hear today. Is just a great day. We want to welcome in the Happy New Year to those that are listening. We are just looking so forward to 2020 and what 2020 has to hold for our listeners and our community. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the show and a little bit about myself. I'm your premier host, Marie, and what brought me here to Louisville was just to experience the people, the lifestyle, the culture. I'm coming in from Georgia and bringing a team of great people that are going to be here with me today. And we're all going to talk a little bit about the show. We're going to give you a bit about a bit about ourselves, and we just want to relax and kick back. And in the next couple of weeks, you'll be able to hear us from 12 to 1 live here at Power 106 FM KY. And look, listen, Louisville. And today, I just want to talk to you a little bit about myself. I'm Marie, and I'm a business owner as well. And I want to just reach out and talk to the people about how important it is to expound on your visions and your dreams. And I know a lot of parties or any places that have had New Year's Eve events, because I'm coming down off a high myself as far as being in front of God and being excited about today's show. So just bear with me a little bit. I'm not going to try to jump around a whole lot because I have some great guests here in the studio with me today that's going to also share their interpretation of what they see happening moving forward with Look, Listen, Louisville. It's going to be a great show where you can come talk to us, communicate with us. And my vision for Louisville, me being a part here, me being a transplant, is to grow, is to make new relationships, to help expand our business, which we'll talk a little bit more about with my life partner, my husband, and also what the show is about, though. The show is about societal culture and issues that really need resolution. So we're seeking people who have solutions to some of our deepest issues in our culture. And when I say culture, I'm not trying to divide anybody or trying to leave anybody out, but I am, as you can possibly tell through my voice, that I am African American, and I am concerned about some of the things in our culture that has affected my life, even as of yesterday, which I'll talk a little bit more about once I make my introduction to my content coordinator, G. Kellum. I want to welcome her. Say hello to our listeners today.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, she's a little under the weather, and she's like, I'm not really going to talk a lot today, but believe me, she has a lot to say. And then I also have my life partner, my husband, my buddy, my right hand. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the listeners.
Well, I'll just say it like this. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. This is Henry. My last name is Harris. As my life partner has said, Marie, that's Lisa Marie, because I have two Maries in the studio, so I have to say Lisa Marie
Absolutely.
to be distinct. So we are so excited as the first day of the new year, a brand new year, 2020. Never thought I would actually be alive. And I know there are some people out there, Radio Land, probably have the same thought pattern as I did. I would say maybe when I was 25 or even younger than that, 18, 17.
Right.
Never thought I would get to 2000. Never thought I would ever get beyond 2000, let alone 2020.
Absolutely.
So we are so happy to be here on this radio.
Yes.
This opportunity, Look, Listen, Louisville. We have so much to share with the community, so much to get down. We're just going to get down to the nitty gritty. I'm going to let you know straight up front. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty. And if Lisa Marie, my life partner, don't say it, guess what? I'm going to say it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And as I'll go back, we're expanded here, which is our new home, Louisville. And like I said, welcome to 1/1/2020 at Power 106 KY Podcast. And you know, we just want to get ready for the new exciting things that are about to happen. And right now, we just talk so much. Right now, there's so much in our society, I'll say that. And the issues like I was talking about that shape us as individuals and collectively as a culture. And what I realized is that at 50, I just came to a milestone birthday at the end of last year, 2019, 50. And if you're 50, you should really feel me. You should really feel me right now. Like my husband said, 2020, who would have ever thought we would be here today, brandishing a new show? Not only that, just being here today at 2020 and looking and seeing the things that have happened thus far. And in this show, we're going to talk so much about the things like culture, our culture. I'll talk about an experience that happened at the end of 2019, which happened on yesterday at the very hour that this show was happening. My car was stolen, y'all.
Yeah.
My vehicle was stolen. And as I began this day, let me say this. 2019, that's the last time anything gets stolen from me. That had to end. That was a door that closed. In front of my door in a brand new city, and I've only been here, we've only been here about 6 months. 7 months. And so on yesterday, my vehicle was stolen. I mean, the gentleman looked dead at me and said, basically in my face without speaking a word, I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to take this for myself. And when I say our culture, that's what I mean. Our culture, what do you really do? Do we really forgive? Can we forgive these things that are happening in our community? Do we take the blame? Do we have to look back at our own lives to see? I had to really reflect like, okay, God, did I miss you? Was there something that I missed? Is there something that I did that allowed this consequence? Because I believe that for every action, there is a consequence.
Absolutely.
So I had to really reflect on that. And what it also told me was, in that reflection, this show has to go on. No matter what, I have to build up enough strength to come here to show up today on New Year's Day, a brand new day of the year, with this on my mind, with this crime that happened to me. However, I also said again, I'll go back to what I said before. If you're 50, you should feel me on this. At 50 years old, we have seen so much happen in 5 decades when it comes to crime, when it comes to drug abuse, when it comes to just all these unsolicited things that happen within our community. Meaning, when I say unsolicited, these things that we really don't want in our community, however they're happening.
Absolutely.
They're happening.
Absolutely. And I would say that even happening in our community, but they happen to us. And sometimes we don't even understand why. But realizing that when you look back in retrospect, it's all divine, it's all purpose driven. Something out of it, some out of the experience, God is showing something to you.
Right.
Whether you open to it or not.
Right.
Whether you open to it or not, God is still trying to give a message.
Absolutely. And I would even say to those young men, That whole situation could have went down a whole different way. And I will say this also with Look, Listen, Louisville, we are also going to say that we do talk about God on the show. God, the Most High, we talk about God and all the things that we find evident in our life that has transpired because of God. So if there's an issue with you feeling, well, they're going right into God, this show is a God-driven and God-purposed show, meaning that this is a show for solutions and deep-rooted issues that have to be broken within our communities. And like I stated, not being racist, not being not being insensitive, not being desensitized by other cultures. It's just time to take a real good look at our community as far as consumerism, as far as how we treat one another, as far as the respect level. And it all really goes back to loving of oneself. This is the conversation that I had at breakfast time, G, with Henry, is that, we're talking about the love of oneself. He said love God, but loving yourself is loving God.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
That's the whole purpose. And I had to bring up that action that happened to us yesterday because, like I stated, I still had to come here. I got discouraged, like, man, maybe this shouldn't happen. Maybe this shouldn't go down. Okay, I'm not stuck to material things. It's just the violation. Where I live. You walked up on my step. You looked inside my house. You saw me.
And we're in the hood.
And we're in the hood.
It happened in the hood, and we're in the hood.
And we're in the hood, but that's the thing. I don't like calling my hood the hood.
Right.
It's a neighborhood.
Absolutely.
I should know my neighbors.
Right.
I should respect my neighbors. Right. You understand? We're in a neighborhood. That's our problem right there, too, that breaking down of the hood. What is hood equal? Culture? My color? My race? Like, what is that? You go somewhere, the suburbs.
Yeah.
That's a neighborhood.
I wasn't using that word as a literal.
Right.
I was using it figuratively.
But you were.
And what happens is that we lose focus, or we don't even think about what we're about to say. As an example that I just did.
Right.
We don't look at or even think about what we're going to say. We just say it.
Right.
And that's something that needs to be changed when you talk about culture as well.
Right.
Thinking before you speak.
Right. And a lot of things in our culture are based on miscommunications. Just in business, just with us not wanting to see things from another perspective and not wanting to just level up. Level up your thought process. Change your mindset. So, Look, Listen, Louisville, this is definitely going to be a hot popping show. You have to understand, we're starting off a little bit, rusty right now, but this is going to be a show that you're going to look up, you're going to want to listen to, you're going to want to engage with, because the topics are going to be so on point and so in your backyard, or so on your concrete slab in front of your condo or your high-rise apartment building. I mean, these are the topics that we need to talk about. So going back to the situation that happened, and like I said, I don't do the past. However, it played over into my morning, because here I am now having an interview with the insurance company. So now think about it. They stole my vehicle. Of course, it's being financed. So now the interrogation comes, because now, okay, you're paying how much on this car? You're doing this, that, and the third. And you're in the neighborhood, hood. So did you have this happen to you purposely? Think about it, people. Think about it. My people, think about it.
Yeah.
That now the insinuation comes that I have this set up to the car could be taken.
You said the key word, insinuation.
Yeah, and
I was going to say innuendo.
Innuendo. That's the great word, innuendo.
Because people think a certain way, and they put that thought on you.
Absolutely.
Without even realizing or even asking the right questions to get the right answer.
Absolutely, but they look at my address.
Absolutely.
And so they already know you're in the hood.
Right.
You understand? And this is where things happen. And it's unfortunate for our culture that things would happen like this in our neighborhood. But everyone, I tell you, we just have to make changes. I'm a little hyped up today. You have to understand. I'm really hyped up, especially coming off of the situation that happened on yesterday. And then it rolls right into what I wanted to really talk to everyone about our culture today, our culture in 2020. Where are we being led to? Who is leading us? And in segments on the next Wednesdays following, after this particular segment, we're going to talk about what's leading our nation, who's leading in our community, who are our community leaders on the West End. Will the West End change? When I moved to Louisville and people found out where I lived, when I obtained employment from a job that I had here in Louisville, they ask me, oh, you in the hood, you on the West End, don't nobody live over there. And I'm finding out to myself why. Yeah, the alarm bells went off. The alarm bells went